Okay, I am excited because I'm finally recording season 2 of the podcast, and life has been all the things. It's been a lot. And so I just wanted to, I guess, start the new season, start it fresh, update you with what's going on, what I'm learning, what I'm excited about, and just get things moving along because I took quite a long break. October, like the middle of October of 2023 was the last episode I did with Katiwe, and that was a great episode. But yeah, and then after that, just life kept getting hectic, crazy, stressful, all the things. And I just decided it was time to take a break, cap the season, and just figure things out, get some clarity, and get my time management going, like, all the things, um, and just try to like get my shit together a little bit before starting season 2. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. So anyway, I guess let's start. Life has been overwhelming. It has felt like, oh, okay, you know how they say with like, okay, a season of growth, like first you have to be in a cocoon, right? Before you grow. So you go through all the shit first and then you grow. It was all the shit. All the shit was happening. It was definitely a season of like hardship, frustration, overwhelm, feeling lost, feeling like you don't know what am I gonna do with my life? Like what do I want? What am I happy with? What am I unhappy with? All those types of things all came up last year and into this year, this whole like winter time. And I guess I just thought of this, it just aligns with the seasons of winter being very much like hunkering down, hibernating, lots of reflection, not a lot of growth. It's like dying, stuff like that. So um that is, oh geez. I'm getting thrown off because I'm looking on the computer at myself being recorded and I don't want to look at myself because I keep staring at myself and it's just throwing me off. Anyway, yeah, it's about like dying and I, f- you feel like when you go through hard things or maybe like an awakening of some kind, like part of you is dying and it's not that you're like literally dying. Thankfully, nothing like that happened, but just like spiritually on a soul level, there's like a death there. There's a shift, like this is a time to change. And like when you go through these life experiences, you come at like a crossroads type situation where you have to decide like, what do I want? Am I happy with my current circumstances? What needs to change for me to grow? Like those types of questions, they come up. And sometimes they all come up at once, alongside a lot of other like external circumstances that make life hard or that contribute to life feeling very difficult. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, in a summary, what I've been dealing with. So all that leads to me feeling very disconnected from reality, disconnected from like people around me, like not feeling like I'm not present in my life, feeling like I'm alone, feeling like I have a hard time connecting with people around me, even though I have a ton of acquaintances. It's not like they're not my friends. Like, I don't know what else to say. Acquaintances almost seems like not like the right word. Like, that's too, what's the word? Like, an acquaintance is like the person at the restaurant or like at a store you go to that you say hi to all the time. And then there's like people closer to you than that. I guess they would be friends. But like they're not like best friends, but they're not like not your friend either. I don't know. So maybe it's just friends. That's the name. I don't know what else to call it. You know what I mean? So it's like the in between of like we're not just acquaintances, but we're not like super close best friends. Ride or die, bitch. Like you are my sister, you are my brother, like that type of friendship. It's just like a lot of in between. And I've lost touch with a lot of friends that I was super close to like growing up and that's fine and that happens and it's okay because I feel like I'm changing a lot from like when I knew those people and when I was close with them. So it's like I just feel alone. I feel like I don't have close friends that get me that as I'm growing and learning to be a new person, my truest self, my truest version of Carolyn, like a lot of parts of me are changing. I'm learning things. I've removed a lot of beliefs that I had once before. I'm open-minded to a lot more things. There's just a lot, and I'm figuring all that out. And while I'm figuring that out, it's like, they say the universe will like, you'll just get rid of people or like you're making room for the people that will get you. And I feel like that's what's happening. So like just felt a lot of disconnection, a lot of like, I don't know where it's like I want to feel aligned and super connected with people. And I'm having trouble finding those people to connect with me or like who align with me like really strongly. I find a lot of people who align with me in different areas. It's not like I don't does this even make sense? It's not like I don't know people or connect with people that align with me in some way. I get along with people a lot. I mean, I talk to people online or even just like um if I'm out, my husband's playing shows and like meeting the band and well, I mean, I know the band now, but like, you know what I'm saying, talking to them or like to people that come to see the show that like know them or whatever, like it's like I'm talking. I'm getting along with people and I'm talking, but I don't feel like super, super close with people like I used to. And I know there are people out there who would get along with me and who maybe under different circumstances we would be closer, but just life is just working out in this way where we're not close to each other or our schedules don't line up and we just don't talk. But otherwise, I feel like I would connect with those people, but I'm just not right now. So anyway, I am sure you guys can hear somebody driving their car like an asshole. Anyway, so yeah, all that to say, I felt lonely a lot of the time over this winter, disconnected and frustrated, overwhelmed, stuck, unsure of what to do next, of what I want, you know, I'm in my early 30s. Is this my life? Like, what is next? Type of feelings. And it's so funny because I just saw on Threads, the holistic psychologist, she just posted something saying like people in their 20s and 30s, or maybe it was 30s and 40s, are hitting their midlife crisis early. And they're asking themselves questions like, is this it for my life? They did their life how they're supposed to. I'm putting quotations, supposed to, like how they were told to live their life. And now they're like, what the fuck? And that is so fucking relevant to me because my generation of people, we were told by our parents and by society, you need to go to college after high school. You have to go. There's no choice. You don't get to like have time off and figure out what you want and like explore your interests. Like if you took a year off before going to college, like people looked at you like you were a dumbass. And I think like, or I should say maybe parents like kind of felt a certain way. I'm sure a lot of us actual students would have wanted to take a year off and figure things out. But it was like we literally felt like we didn't have an option. And that sucks. It's something I don't want for anybody else to feel now. My kids, um, younger generations than me that are, in high school or in college now, don't feel like you have to do that if you don't know what you want, or if you just don't want to do it, or maybe you surely don't want to do that. Don't force yourself to. That's horrible. And you look back on your life and you have regret because you did something that was not in alignment with what you wanted. Um, so yeah, I just thought it was funny that Dr. Nicole was posting something about a midlife crisis happening early because that's definitely something that's relevant to me. And I'm sure it's very common with people right in my age, in their 30s, in their 40s, or even in their late 20s, kind of wondering like, okay, I went to school, or maybe I did the things that people say to do. Like, let's say you're in a relationship. Okay, I got married, or I bought a house, or I went to this school because this was where my parents wanted me to go, or I did this career path because you were influenced by family or parents, or maybe you just thought that that's what you wanted when you were 18, and then you started doing it and you realized, oh, I hate this. But instead of stopping or changing it, you just kept with it. And now you're doing a job you hate. That's pretty common too, I think now. Um, you know, there's a lot of these life questions that come up. Like, you don't have to be in your 50s to have an awakening and realize, like, you're not happy with what's going on, or that you're just kind of going through the motions and now you're trying to have some intention behind things. So okay, so basically a topic that has come up with me and my husband for a while. Okay, this has been like months and months that we've talked about it, put it off, talked about it, put it off, and we keep going back and forth. And it is the topic of being present in our life and stepping away from the goddamn phones. Okay, I'm going there. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm holding up my phone. Like, that's, and it's not just the phones. I mean, it's definitely, that's a lot of it, but like, it's mainly with being tied up in distraction so much that it is affecting your day-to-day life. It affects your attention span, your focus with your other tasks, with your family, with your friends, where you could be living, like for me, living with my family. I have a husband, I have kids, a dog, like we have our little family in our home, but your brain is like not focused. You're not present, you're not it's like kind of like disassociation, sort of like you're not grounded in your body, in your experience. And that sucks. It sucks to feel that way, and it sucks to feel that way the majority of your waking hours. And I think a lot of you, if you're real with yourself, you can admit this is a safe space to like admit this, just think on it. Do you feel present in your day-to-day life? Are you grounded in your body throughout your day? Probably, I mean, I hope you are. I do. I really do. But based on my observations, especially once I go into what I'm going to talk about, like most people are not. Most people are not present. They're not grounded, and it's affecting humanity. It's affecting everybody. So we had been talking about wanting to be more present. We would go, okay, and here's the thing. Me and my husband, like, we work a lot, we are home a lot, we're with our kids a lot. So like when we go out, it's kind of sporadic, right? Aside from like the errands and stuff. But when we're like out, like no kids, like we're going out doing something. Usually it revolves around him playing a show somewhere. So yeah, like we'll go out, and just, well, even when we're running errands and stuff, we totally notice this too. We just people watch, and like people are not present. People are not into it. when we go, he's playing a show, he's playing music, right? Even myself, I'm more into it than a lot of people, but I'm still like reserved. I'm still kind of shy or feel like awkward to just be in my body and experience the music in whatever way that looks like. I could be dancing, I could be swaying, head banging. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I still have a little bit of reservation when doing that. I don't know why, because I'm scared of looking dumb. I don't know. But to me, you look more dumb. I say this like outside of the experience because I can look back and be like, okay, it looks more dumb to be watching a concert or a show and just standing there like not looking like you're enjoying it. Like if you're not enjoying it, why are you there? If you're not excited and into the music, if you're not feeling it, you don't have to watch it. But it's like these people are choosing to watch and it's like they're looking at it, but are they there? It doesn't appear that they are. Or if they are there and they're enjoying it, they are so reserved or maybe so self-conscious or uncomfortable with being in their body that they're not letting themselves express that outwardly with their body by singing, clapping, head banging, swaying, dancing, like anything. And to me, a concert or some sort of show with music, that's one of the safest places you can go to be in your body and express yourself because someone is there performing art for you, the audience, for them as the artist performing their. Oh, and this is a whole other thing. If the people playing the songs are not in their body and experiencing it and having fun, then the crowd will feel that too. There's just like a disconnection, man. It's fucking annoying. It's sad. It's annoying and it's sad because I'm sick of that. I don't want to feel disconnected. If I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to go hang out with friends or go see people, like I want to talk to you. I want to look in your eyes and talk to you and not be sidetracked and not be thinking about this and that, not be wanting to check my phone every 2 seconds, or you not wanting to check your phone every 2 seconds, right? I want to be there for you and I want you to be there for me. And I just want to have an experience and just like be in the experience, right? If I'm watching a concert, I want to be immersed in that experience. Like I want to be there. I want to be enjoying it. Yes, I could take a picture or video, but I don't want to. I would like to get back to a place where I could take actual pictures with a camera of things sometimes. Um, but I don't like recording video of like shows. If my husband needs me to record a song for him, they play, like I'll do it or take some pictures, I'll take a few. I really don't like it. I want to be there and in the moment. And I think for him, he's told me he can feel it when people aren't into it or people are like disconnected as far as the audience goes. Like for him as a performer, it's hard to feel like he's connecting with the audience if they're just like not in, you know what I mean? Not responding, not focused or present. Some people are just, and we can tell that it's like it's not family or friends that like they agreed to like record the show for them. This is just like people that went to the bar, people that went to the venue just to see what it was. Um, and they just record. They'll like record the whole thing. So they're like viewing life through a screen. Do you watch your videos that you record of events after the fact, like all the time? I don't. I never did. I mean, there's times, I shouldn't say never, but rarely would I ever, even freaking videos of my kids or, videos of something, not just like a music show, but just anything. I rarely look back at my camera roll and like look at my stuff. I'm not like reminiscing on it. It's not like a family video that, if you're old enough to be in the era of like family videos, VHS tapes and things, or whatever, like, we used to, like, rewatch that with intention or, like, flip through photos in a photo album and, like, just look at them, and it'd be a whole experience, like, now it's not like that. And so, yeah, it's just I guess to go back to what I was saying, as for my husband as a performer, and it's not just him, it's a lot it's other ones too, feeling like it's difficult to connect with the audience when they're, like, not present with the music, with what is happening. And it's sad because music and shows and, like, concerts used to be a place where everyone was so in it, so in the present moment, all the crowd, all the performers, the audience members, and it's just not the same now, and it sucks. And I don't know, I prefer rock music over other types of music. I haven't been to other types of music shows, so I don't know what it's like with different genres, whether it is, rap, EDM, country, whatever. Like, I don't know what that's like. But from my experience, there has been a shift in people being present during experiences during life. And it sucks. And it sucks to realize that and to feel lonely because of that. And it's like the people who are immersed in their disconnection, I guess, immersed in it's like they're immersed but not. They're distracted by a lot of things. Their life, they have all these things. They have work, friends, family, um, personal life, all the apps, all the things they're doing, they're managing, but they still feel disconnected. They feel distracted. And I think a lot of people feel lonely, to be honest, with even with using social media and technology in general. Technology is freaking wonderful. It helps me do my podcast now. It helps me connect with people where I get to do interviews with them and meet people with similar interests. Like, it is wonderful. But when you are scrambling about doing things without intention or just doing it in a way that you are not making sure you are grounded, you feel frazzled, you feel sidetracked. You can be so connected to people on social media. You can have 5 million friends on social media, but do you feel close to them? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. You can be connected to people, but not feel a connection. That is the difference. And I've noticed in my personal life, I do not feel connection with a lot of people. I am connected to people. I have people on social media I'm friends with, and we talk, kind of like that small talk, like stuff, but like, am I super close? Like, no, I'm not. And that sucks. Like, it is lonely to feel that way. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? So, my husband and I have been talking a lot about that type of thing, feeling lonely, like in our personal life, not feeling like we're connecting so strongly with a lot of people. And so, we're choosing to make changes with our use of technology, and we are choosing to get a light phone. What is a light phone, you ask? It is what they call a quote unquote dumb phone. It's not a flip phone. It's not like the old phones like back 2007, 2008, like that type of phone. Like, no, it is, it is a phone. It has, call and text. You can do group messages. You cannot get picture messages, or I should say, you can get them, but you cannot view them. They have to get sent. You can like choose to send it to an email and then like look at it like that. So it still gets them. It has maps, podcast, music, um, oh, notes, calendar, alarm, like kind of basic stuff, but not the smart stuff that a smartphone would have. Like, not all the apps, not all the sidetracked distractions. Um, Yeah, but it does have podcasts and it does have music. So and maps. I think that's very helpful and I'm glad it has those things because those are very beneficial things. And I think the point of their slogan, Light Phone, is um uh, let me make sure I'm saying this literally how they have their actual slogan. I'm pretty sure it's to be the phone designed to be used as little as possible. But of course now I won't load. Yes, yes. It's like so their website is called The Light Phone, LIGHTPHONE, The Light Phone, designed to be used as little as possible. So it is a phone, it is going to meet your basic needs, but it's like not gonna distract you from your life, or at least that's the intention, right? We have been looking at this. We looked at it months ago. We never went for it. Um, but we chose to go for it this time. We chose to do it because the amount of distraction, the amount of overwhelm we had been personally feeling, it was just too much. It was like we couldn't even focus on each other. We couldn't focus on our kids, like on our work. It was just this overwhelming sense of urgency and like frazzled, like, oh, I have to do this and this and this. I can't handle my life. Like that type of feeling. It was just too much. And my husband had looked into different studies of screen time usage and how it affects your attention span. And over the years, our attention span has just gone down. And if you are old enough to remember what life was like without a phone, either without a cell phone at all or just with a very basic flip phone compared to a smartphone, if you're real with yourself, you will notice that your attention span has changed. Your whole like it was different back then. And granted, yes, when I had a flip phone, and even into my early adulthood, I still had a flip phone. And like it was just so different. And while I did feel disconnected in other ways, I had kids kind of young, so I was like disconnected in that way. I wasn't really taking care of myself in that way. Um, or I should say, I wasn't taking care of myself outside of like the phone use. Like it was like I wasn't taking care of my physical health, like I wasn't taking care of my mental health very well, like back when they were really, really small. So that's outside of the phone thing, but definitely once I did get a smartphone, it didn't make it any better. Like, it's not like that that helped me take better care of myself, you know? So, yeah, we're getting a light phone and our hopes is that this newfound separation and finding intentionality when we're using our phone, when we're using social media or technology in general, like just being more intentional about it. It's more so the mindless kind of like scroll. If I'm bored, I'll pick up my phone, or if I'm uncomfortable, I'll pick up my phone. Like I'm waiting in line and I don't know how to just stand and like look around, so I'm gonna pick up my phone and look on Facebook or whatever. Like that's the stuff that lowers your attention span. That's the stuff that disconnects you from your present life, from what's going on. And I've noticed that I did a lot of that. I did a lot of mindless scrolling, a lot of like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't know how to just like stand and wait. So I'm going to pick up my phone because I feel awkward around people and I don't know what to do. Like, that was me. I definitely did that. I still feel the urge to do that, but I don't want to continue that. So I'm taking steps to not continue that. Took social media off my phone. It's been almost a week. I think tomorrow night will be, as I'm recording this, almost a week that I've had it off my phone. And that's been interesting. And I'm going to document how I'm just this whole experience with like disconnecting. what it's doing for me, how I'm feeling, and just learning what I'm learning. I definitely want to document it and share with you guys because I think it will be very enlightening, not just for myself to process what's happening, but to share because I know I'm not the only one who feels disconnected and who would want to feel more present with their life, with the world around them, and who would want to feel connected with people around them again. I know I'm not the only one, so I definitely want to share about that. Um, I have been getting more clarity on my business, on my coaching business. I'm almost done with my program. I'm officially graduating in May, but I am able to start taking clients. So I'm starting to get some clients now and build my programs. I'm doing a few 4-week programs with some clients, my startup clients, and then I also have an 8-week program that I'm mapping out now. That will be a group coaching, group live coaching program, and that is called Rebirth. And that I will give more details about that as I finish up mapping out the curriculum and getting it set up. I'm really excited about that, and I'm just excited for this season of my life. It's turning into spring. It's March. It's like March 2nd. Okay. It's like it's starting to warm up, but the weather's kind of wild lately. So I don't know if it's like when literal spring starts. I don't know. But it's hopefully being more like spring. Definitely into April, May, into summer. Like this season, this year, I want it to be a year of growth, development, expansion of like breaking down walls, breaking down barriers, breaking down limiting beliefs, like insecurities, like all these things that have held me back. I mean, since I was a teenager, right? Like, why is that still messing with me now as someone in the early 30s? Like, that's the dumbest. It's so dumb, but it's like that's so common, I think, is for these things we as humans, like our brains are so freaking weird sometimes. Like we just hold ourselves back for no reason. Like our brain thinks it's a reason, so it does it, but like, is it? Is it a reason? It's not a good reason, but we do. And I'm ready to freaking quit that. I'm ready to move past, to move forward, to grow, and to like step into my high self, my highest self, to step into the truest, most authentic version of myself that I've been too scared to share, that I've been too scared to be and embody, and like just be her, be her and not care anymore, like not be self-conscious and to just be myself and share my knowledge, to share my experience with the world because I know it can help somebody. And I'm doing myself a disservice and the world a disservice by not doing that. I'm doing y'all a disservice by holding myself back because I know you can get value out of what I have to share. It's going to resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, it might resonate with you in the future, or it might resonate with somebody else. You know, like I need to remember that. And I really want to use this year, 2024, to expand on these things and to just step into myself and to just be me and to be proud and to be excited and to learn and grow and just expand. So I guess my rant is over. My my rambling is done. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I've been thinking about lately and what I've been kind of processing over the past few months. And I hope this kind of brought you some insight. I hope you can take what I'm saying and just have an open mind. You know, people, including myself, get real freaking iffy with the talking about phones, get resistant, get kind of pissy. I definitely had a lot of moments where I was like throwing a fit. When my husband's bringing these things up to me, he's just genuinely talking, like trying to just have a conversation. And man, I was resistant. I was angry. I definitely got like snippety, snappity, bitchy, like all those things. So if it's bringing up some resistance in you, like I see you, I get it, because I've been there. Just breathe through it. And then ask yourself, why is this bringing up resistance in me? Why am I getting upset about this? Because that might be telling you something as well. Okay. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. We have so many interviews coming up for this season. And let me know in the comments. If you're on Spotify, let me know in the little question. There's a question box thing, when you're on Spotify. You can tell me what you thought about the episode. Tell me what you want to see in future episodes. Um, yeah, hit me up on Instagram, on Facebook, Sacred Health with Carolyn. You can, comment or message me. Tell me what you want to hear, or just tell me your thoughts about the episode. And I'll see you next time.